film, but you have to be understanding to kind of show a certain pity for something abnormal about it. So that was a general consensus in people's belief most of the time. And it took a very long time after multiple debates in various courses of life that finally the Supreme Court repealed Section 377, legalizing same-sex relationships. So I thought one great offshoot of that can be, we've seen hundreds and thousands of films where we see a love story between a man and a woman, and not necessarily a love story, a relationship between a man and woman, and some story happens around them, like a crime drama, like a thriller, or some kind of whatever it might be. So Dangerous is not really about why they became lesbians or why they got into a relationship. It is actually about a story happening where the lead couple just happen to be lesbians. The issue is not about why they are lesbian, which is, I think, a marked departure from how the subject has been previously approached. It's like if you see there's a man woman, you accept, you kind of take it for granted that a man woman is supposed to be in a relationship, and some other story happens. So them being in a relationship is immaterial to the rest of the story. That's exactly how I treated Dangerous, So obviously when I wanted to start the film, my main concern was to find two young girls who will agree or be like to take part, because one is society has a certain disparity in spite of it being legalized and many people understanding the question of what they will feel, their families will feel, their friend circle will feel. There could be many issues like that. And when I first talked to Apsara, I was expecting her to say no, definitely. Or even initially she got excited, but I thought she was going to call me the next day and said, I thought about it, I'm not sure, I won't be able to do it. But right from the time I spoke, her enthusiasm has never fell down, and that is really courageous on her part, because for me, after such a long time, it's okay for me to make experiments once in a while, but as an actress starting out for the first time, I think to take a step like this needs courage, which she had. And Naina, it took a little longer. In fact, me and Apsara managed to convince Naina at the end of the day. But once Naina agreed, she did it with as much conviction as anyone else, which you can see there. So in every lesbian relationship, there is always a dominant person and a submissive person, which is what the difference in the characters of Naina and Apsara, if you could observe that in both in the songs and the film as such. And also I just wanted this unique credit that I probably am the first person to shoot a romantic duet between two women, which never happened ever in history. Well, that's as far as the making is concerned. So of course, I understand for this kind of film, there could be a certain resistance in some sections, would still hold very old traditional values and are highly judgmental in nature. That's okay. But again, whenever a change comes, it has to start at some time. So hopefully with this film and how people feel about it, I think it can start a new genre of films where you always see only hero and heroine. And now you can make a love story with two women also instead of a man and a woman. So I think this is the start of a genre like that. And so I think it broke many traditions and rules in cinema as such, which hopefully you will see and like it. And finally, I want to say very heartfelt thanks to both Apsara and Naina, because the film is an idea of mine, but to actually practically feel the characters and to perform in front of the camera is not a joke. And I appreciate them, both their belief in me and their guts and their outlook towards life. Thank you both.
Thank you so much, sir. And the question session is